I'm going to share with you this evening how we use essential oils for the garden and outdoors. And then I'll make my recommendations on how you can grab these amazing oils if you don't already have your own wholesale account with doTERRA. So it's really important to me, and I'll tell you why. I have been up-leveling my health and detoxing both my body and my home, and I've made that a priority during my wellness journey. And ridding the garden of toxic chemicals and other hazardous materials has been an important part in reducing down the toxic load in our home. So I'm going to share my screen with you for a moment. And what I am going to do is show you a before and after of my sweetheart Tom and I, before doTERRA and after doTERRA. As you can see from these pictures, that first of all, it was in 2007, and then today. I'm 64 years old, and I look and feel better than I have in decades. I enjoyed a really long, wonderful career as a criminal defense attorney, handling high-profile cases, but it took its toll. So stress and not so good lifestyle choices, nutritional deficiencies, and things like that were prematurely aging me. I was bloated, overweight, my face was swollen with inflammation. I had blotchy skin, as you see. I was miserable, even though from the outside it looked like I had a just wonderful, wonderful life. But today, after doTERRA, I'm more vibrant, healthier, happier, emotionally balanced. I don't suffer from the anxiety and depression that I used to. My skin is more youthful. I don't wear makeup, not even foundation. It feels more elastic. My chronic back pain is gone. My hair is healthier. You can see the after doTERRA hair, even though I cut it when I moved to Florida. I am growing it back out now, and it will get back like that. But the pre-doTERRA hair was all wiry and scraggly and just unhealthy. And I attribute all of this to our wonderful essential oils and also to our lifelong vitality. We are the only company that has essential oil infused supplements. And even though we're an essential oil company, these essential oil vitamins and supplements are our #1 seller, okay? They're the foundation of health. And like everything else with doTERRA, they're fully guaranteed. So this targets your liver and cleanses it. It supports your endocrine system. It helps to manage stress. It helps with weight. It reduces inflammation, supports mental clarity, function, and brain health, and gives you energy and stamina. Simply put, as we always say, it's less pain and more energy guaranteed, and it's your lifeline in a box. So what I'm going to do, let me unshare my screen, and I want to talk to you about what it means to be taking things that your body can absorb. Because the Lifelong Vitality and these oils, they're all 100% plant-based, except for some of the omegas in our Lifelong Vitality. You can get them in a fish-based or vegan-based. So our body sees these as whole food. It's the Lifelong Vitality that enables me to go and do all day long without any fatigue, physically or mentally. So let's get to it, okay? We are here in Southwest Florida, and we moved into a brand new home, and there was nothing here on our 2 lots except our house. So we've had to landscape, put in flowers, and it's been really a joyful journey. And I'm learning to keep my yard potted plants, trees, shrubs, things like that, all very happy, whether it's in Florida or up north. And we're trying to do it without using anything other than natural products. So I get asked all the time about using essential oils in the garden because gardening has become so popular since everybody was going through the situation we've been going through since the first part of this year. So I'm not a gardening expert, but I am an essential oil specialist and expert. And I can tell you that people are loving using these oils in the garden. So people are growing vegetables in order to have fresh organic vegetables that actually have flavor. They've opted out of what we call this frankenfood, where things are added in or it is genetically modified. They don't want to eat produce that tastes like cardboard. We want flavor in our food. We don't want to worry about fungicides, herbicides, pesticides, all those things that are in a lot of our store-bought vegetables and foods. So enter essential oils for the garden. So there are people here that have varying levels of essential oil experience. So I just want to go over a few basics so at least we all have a common denominator of knowledge. So what are essential oils? So they're commonly found in the seeds, bark, stems, roots, flowers, and other parts of plants. Our oils at doTERRA are the only certified pure therapeutic grade. They're 100% pure, and they're used for a holistic approach to self-care for a wide range of emotions and physical wellness, and we are supported by the scientific community. We provide natural solutions for healthy lifestyles. It's those essential oils that are in the plant that protect the plant. So think of peeling an orange and that little mist that comes out. That's the essential oil. So why is doTERRA different? First of all, like I said, we're the only certified pure therapeutic grade. There is no other like it. We're one of the few companies, except maybe a couple little boutique companies, that have no fillers, artificial ingredients that would dilute the active qualities of our oils. We're free of contaminants, toxins, chemical residues. Many oils claim to be, but our oils go through rigorous testings. It's 54 tests per batch of oil. And on the bottom of every oil bottle, I don't know if you can see it here, is a number. There we go. And that number you can look up online at Source to You, and you can see all the results of those tests. You can see where it came from. Total transparency in our oils. We work closely with leading chemists and growers to select the best botanicals in the best growing environment so that you have the most potent and pure essential oils to be using for your health concerns and your family. You know, these days you can go into any Walmart, TJ Maxx, grocery store, dollar store even, and you can find essential oils on every aisle and on the end caps. And I have to tell you, you must avoid these oils at all costs. They are, even the ones on Amazon, even the ones that are doTERRA, people open them up, they buy these sealed caps for pennies, they pour out the oil, they pour in other synthetics or lookalikes, fillers, and then they recap it and they sell it. I've read the testing. If you're interested in seeing the testing and studies, I can share that with you. So doTERRA is making a difference also. I don't know about you, but how a company handles itself is very important to me. So the oil industry has been changed by doTERRA. People know what essential oils are. They know that they can use them for their physical and emotional health issues. But what's happening is, in the world of essential oils, exploitation is rampant. And what's happening is a lot of these other companies, the that the brokers buy from are just absolutely mistreating the small farmers around the world. doTERRA has stepped in and they're not doing that. We partner with those farmers. We don't have a middleman. We work direct with the farmers. We don't buy farms. We build farmers. So we build them and raise them up by paying a fair wage, a regular wage. Well, why would we care about that? When you get a bottle of wild orange or lemon, that lemon or orange was not picked too early just because that's when the market price was higher. Our farmers are paid every single month so that they can let that lemon or wild orange get to its full ripeness, so you have the best potential and potency and purity of that lemon. So doTERRA is as much a philanthropic company as they are an oil company. And I don't know about you, but it's very important to me that they pay a fair wage. They do things like bring in water systems, build schools, educate women. These things are very important to me, and I think they're important to you. So let's bring this commitment that we have to do things better and to do things different out of our personal gardens and into our choices of essential oils. So cheaper isn't better, okay? I promise I won't rant on about this, but let me just tell you about frankincense. I have a little dropper top on my frankincense because I use it every day. Frankincense is one of the most popular oils in the world. And because of that, the frankincense trees have been just really ravaged. So what doTERRA has done last year is they planted 500 frankincense trees as a trial run, a balloon, test balloon. And this year in Somalia, they're planting 20,000 baby frankincense trees in order to make it so that the frankincense will be sustainable and that we won't have to ravage these trees. doTERRA also believes in working to stop the sex trade around the world. So they have partnered with the Operation Underground Railroad to help to educate and help to provide necessaries for the children that are rescued from these sex trade operations. The sex trade operations are operating in a lot of the poorer and third world countries. So let's talk about essential oils for gardening, okay? So stay with me here. I promise I'm going to get to it in just a couple of minutes, but I want to tell you that when you are thinking about getting an essential oil, where it's grown, how it's grown, and the chemical constituents are important. Think about wine. Think about coffee. Think about fine chocolates, okay? Sourcing does matter, okay? So we have talked about our foundation of health with the lifelong vitality, but now I want to share my screen and I want to talk to you about before I do that, let me talk to you about 3 ways that we use oils, okay? We use oils aromatically, and what that means is, just like I have a diffuser behind over here, okay? That is putting the essential oil into the air, and we are breathing it in, and it's going up through our olfactory system and into our brain and the rest of our body. When we're breathing that oil in, within about 20 seconds, it's in our system. And within 2 minutes, you could prick your finger and the chemical constituents are in your blood. It's important that we use pure stuff, okay? You can use the oils topically. So I have a roller here, one of my favorites, Adaptive, of course. And you can roll it on, okay? And when you roll it on, you want to breathe it in, take it in through your olfactory system, right into the limbic system of your brain. And it goes direct in, and you can feel an almost immediate reaction to the oils. The oils will penetrate in through your skin, This happens to have a carrier oil with it, which just means it's an oil like fractionated coconut oil that we use to hold it on the skin longer, because these are very volatile aromatic compounds and they dissipate into the air quick. In addition, when we're using oils on people with sensitive skin like me, on the elderly, on infants, toddlers, and our pets and animals, you always want to dilute, okay? The third way to use oils is ingesting them. I have a glass of water here, okay? I have this nice, we're in Florida, so I have this nice neoprene cover on it. But what we do is you'll take like a mason jar or a stainless steel jar. I happen to have a glass mason jar with the stainless steel straw that my friend Lucy gave me, okay? And you want to take a couple of drops of the essential oil, and I love lemon. Lemon cleans your kidney, colon, and liver. It's wonderful for cleaning in our home, okay? I normally would put it in first, but to demo here, I already have the water in, and then you just drink it. I drink essential oils in my water throughout the day. I believe in drinking a lot of water. I drink about a gallon of water a day. And almost every bit of water I drink has essential oils in it because I'm getting those therapeutic values. So your garden deserves the best. So you're not going to use other oils in your garden either because, quite frankly, they have other chemicals and things in it. So you're not going to want to use them to for a certain purpose because you don't know if the constituents, the chemical constituents are there to have that reaction, okay? But before we get into what we're going to spray and put on our plants, let's talk about us, okay? We work hard maintaining our gardens, maintaining our yards, maintaining our homes. Our muscles get sore, our backs get sore. So, and it's because it's a labor of love. It's something we also have to do in terms of like mowing the lawn and stuff. That's not as fun, right? But whether you're doing container gardens or a big vegetable garden, you're still out there working hard and you get tired. And especially in the spring, there's long, long hours. So my secret weapon is Deep Blue. Our Deep Blue rub is doTERRA's answer to BioFreeze, if you've ever heard of that, okay? It has blue chamomile in it, that beloved frankincense that we take every day. Blue tansy, camphor. When you open it up and smell it, you can smell the menthol and the camphor that's in it. It is just wonderful. So you'll take a little bit of this and rub it on. I was in a horrendous car accident as a kid, and since then I have back issues. So despite, you know, what doctors have tried to do, but the bottom line is between the Lifelong Vitality and Deep Blue, I am good to go, okay? So Deep Blue really is my jam, all right? Deep Blue comes in a big, tall liter pump bottle that you can get and it'll last you all year, all right? The other thing that keeps we people going who are gardening and working hard out in the yard and enjoying the outdoors is copaiba. You're going to want copaiba. Copaiba is a wonderful oil. It's our answer to CBD oil. I like copaiba better. I respect those who use CBD oil because they're using a natural solution. But this works directly on one of our pathways in our body, as opposed to CBD oil that works indirectly. So pardon me. So what does that mean for us? That means that it's going to be more potent. Plus, we know the purity of our copaiba. CBD oil has flooded the marketplace. And even, you know, you see it in mascara, you see it in dog treats, you see it everywhere, on every corner, by every gas station, or in every gas station, they're selling CBD oil, okay? So even with all that excitement, you just don't know what you're getting. And even the FDA acknowledges that the chemical compounds that are in there that are derived from the cannabis and cannabis, other cannabis derived substances may, and I'm quoting, put the health and safety of consumers at risk, okay? So there's very little research on CBD oil because of the legal and research limitations. But, you know, they may find some definitive results. There may be some company that comes out that actually is transparent about their testing and their quality. But I know for inflammation, this works, this Copaiba. So I swear by it. You can take the soft gels, you can take the Copaiba internally. There's supplemental facts on the bottle, like any of doTERRA's oils, that are not just recommended, but intended for internal use, okay? You can use it topically and you can use it aromatically. I love to take a drop or two of Copaiba, dilute it a bit, and rub it where I'm sore on my back or my neck. It's absolutely wonderful. I take Copaiba internally every morning and every evening, all right? So now that we've taken care of our sore muscles, let's kill some weeds, okay? So here's what I'm going to tell you. I do not like Monsanto. I have to front it, okay? Some people I know call it Satan, actually, which makes me giggle. But sometimes when I'm out there and I'm working with other products, I think, oh, wouldn't it be great to just have that Roundup and spray it all around and boom, those weeds are gone, okay? But I'm not going to do that because we're out in the yard. We live on a canal where the chemicals would be going in. We have our beloved dog, Jack, who is out in the yard, and other wildlife that is. So what do? I have a 2-gallon sprayer. I would have brought it in, but it's filled and it's in the garage. I didn't want to carry it in. I have a 2-gallon sprayer and just a plastic sprayer with the hose and the wand. You take a gallon of vinegar, all right? This is only a 2-quart, but you get the drill. Just plain garden variety, no pun intended, white vinegar, all right? So you want to take a gallon of vinegar, and then what you're going to do is you're going to take, I don't know where it is here, oh, a bottle, and it only comes in 5 ml of cinnamon oil, cinnamon bark oil, all right? You are going to love this oil. This oil is amazing. I use it in my water once a day, either this or cassia, because of how good it is for our blood and our cholesterol and our heart, okay? So many people just use vinegar in a sprayer to kill weeds. Doesn't have enough oomph. The cinnamon bark has a lot more oomph to it. So we live here in tropical Southwest Florida where everything grows like uber fast, okay? It's like that period of time up north during the spring rains when you look out one day and there's, you know, whole flowers that have sprouted up. If we delay addressing anything, you may as well go out with a machete and cut it down. This mixture with the vinegar and the cinnamon bark, it works, okay? So you just spray it on everywhere that you want to on weeds and things. So let's talk about essential oils for cabbage flies, cutworms, Japanese beetles, that whole section of stuff. A lot of people do all the companion planting and stuff, and I'm not a gardening expert. So for me to dive in and learn about that is something that I have not done yet. But many people do it successfully in order to keep the pests at bay. I use the oils, all right? So I use the power of complementary oils in our garden and in our lawn and in our shrubbery. So when I need to get a handle on cutworms, cabbage flies, Japanese beetles, those kinds of things, they hate thyme oil, hate it, okay? We love this oil. This oil is great for cooking. This oil is wonderful, wonderful oil that you are just going to fall in love with, okay? But without digressing to the health benefits of this oil. It's easy peasy to use this. So what you want to do is you want to take a couple of cups of water in a sprayer like this one. Okay, this one happens to be glass. Be careful outside with it. You can use a plastic one, all right, as long as it's the recycled 1 or 2 of the plastics, okay, or just a really good sturdy plastic. You're going to take a couple of cups of water in here, okay, and remember, these recipes can be expanded if you need more, all right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to take 20 drops, that's it, of the thyme oil. And you're going to shake it and spray the tops and bottoms of leaves of your plants. Now you'll need to respray it after you have a hard rain, and that's okay. Alternative B. All right, I just used a skewer here. You can use a stick from outside. This is cheesecloth that I tied on the stick or skewer. You put it in the ground by your plant, and then what you would do is put a couple of drops of the thyme oil on the knot of this little cheesecloth. Easy peasy, okay? So you don't need to make a big deal out of what you have to do to apply these oils. And as an aside, that thyme oil also confuses mites that may be in your beehives, if you know anyone that is a beekeeper. So slugs and aphids. Everywhere I've ever lived, we get slugs and aphids in the garden and on flowers and in our decorative shrubbery and stuff. So I use the same method we just talked about. 2 cups of water, 20 drops then of cedar wood. All right, cedar wood. Wonderful stuff for that. You're going to love the smell of cedar wood, and the guys in your life are going to rock this oil. They're going to love it, okay? I love cedar wood, not to mention the fragrance for men and stuff, but I love cedar wood at night, okay? So if your mind is going and you want to transition and relax, I love to use cedar wood with lavender in my diffuser or roll it on the bottoms of my feet or back of my neck when I just can't turn my mind off. So cedar wood for slugs and aphids, easy peasy lemon squeezy, all right? So sometimes you have soil that's not so good, all right? I have not tried this, so this is, just to be upfront with you, but I've been reading and studying, and our lavender oil is exquisite. And lavender, you can put it around your plants, dig it in a wee bit, and it will, just a couple drops here and there, and it will help to amend your soil, okay? So our lavender is exquisite. It comes from France and Bulgaria. It is one of my favorite oils of all time. I did not like lavender before, but this is not your gift store lavender. This lavender is so good for all things calming the skin, relaxing you, your emotions, everything, your anxieties. No home should be without multiple bottles of this. I even put it on the dryer balls so that our laundry smells beautiful, okay? If you have a burn, put lavender on, all right? But no gardener, no outdoors person should be without lavender, all right? You can use it for bug repellent, bee stings, sunburn, we're going to talk about later. I would never be without this. I have a bottle in the kitchen, a bottle in the bathroom, and we have a bottle in the laundry room and a bottle in the garage, okay? So lavender, lavender, lavender. It's a must, okay, if you're running a household. Ticks. Oh my God, I don't think there's anything grosser than ticks, okay? When we lived up north, and before I was introduced to doTERRA, I would have to clean, poke through, check through, and pull the ticks off our dog because they drop down from the bushes and the trees and stuff. I've had ticks on me that we've pulled off. Tom and I have to check each other when we come in because of the ticks, all right? They're everywhere. And in Florida, there's no killing frost. So guess what? More ticks, okay? I go out even to prune some of the dead fronds away from our areca palm, and I come back in and there's a tick crawling on me, okay? So what do? All right? Since I started this, we have had no tick problems. And even Jack has had no tick problems. So what we do, and by the way, if anybody or a loved one has suffered from Lyme disease or any tick-borne disease, this is a very serious subject. So I had a dog that passed away from Ehrlichia, which is a tick-borne disease. So I take ticks very seriously. So a quick and easy down and dirty approach to ticks is using our TerraShield. So this is our TerraShield, okay? It comes in the 30 ml spray and the 15 ml bottle. They are identical oils in here. They are both pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Just one is in a larger spray, one is in a bottle. I wouldn't recommend just spraying our TerraShield wholesale on your body like you would backwoods off. You don't need that much, okay? But you can use this on children, on adults, on older people. You can use this on people with sensitive skin, pets, cats, dogs, and we just pet it on them. Put it on your hand and pet it on them. It's wonderful. Remember to go up underneath their bellies. The only thing you don't want to use these on is little kittens or puppies. So how do we up level this for ticks? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Geranium. So what I normally do, I have not added geranium to this bottle of TerraShield because I quite frankly use something else for the ticks right now. But when I do add the geranium in, I would put a geranium sticker on here too, so I know. For the amount to add, you can add about 5 or so drops into the 15 ml bottle and 10 or so drops of geranium into the 30 ml bottle. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, okay? But here's the deal. If you want to, you can create a mixture in, once again, a 2-gallon sprayer. And I love this mixture, okay? You take 2 gallons of water, 3 bottles of witch hazel. Yep, witch hazel. Don't have to get the non-alcohol stuff. Get the stuff that you can get at the dollar store or anywhere else. Witch hazel, okay? And what you want to do then in that 2-gallon sprayer is you want to put a bottle, a full bottle, you heard me, each of cedar wood, lemongrass, that TerraShield that we talked about, our repellent blend, and our beloved lavender, okay? So there's going to be 4 oils that you're going to put in that 2-gallon sprayer. And believe me, it'll last you, okay? So you can literally spray yourself down, just watch your eyes and stuff. You just want to be careful when you're working with spraying the dog. I always spray my hand and pet it on him, spray my hand and then pet it on him. We really, really love this. And quite frankly, since we have used it when we have to go into the bush area, we have not found a tick on us since we started using it, okay? The combo is also great for mosquitoes and fleas too, okay? I know people that have livestock that use it as just a light spray when it's buggy outside. And there's buggy periods of the year just to keep the bugs off the livestock. So that's going to be a trusted essential oil combo. Now remember, lemongrass. Lemongrass mimics the pheromones that honeybees make, and it can be used for people who are beekeepers to catch a swarm of bees. I have someone that I know that moves bees from the boxes one to another sometimes, or hives or whatever, and he uses lemongrass to lure them, okay? Next up, beehive mites and other stuff, okay? Spearmint. Spearmint. Spearmint can control ants, aphids, caterpillars, moths, gnats, black flea beetles, plant lice, okay? So most commonly you'll see spearmint used with beehives though. So spearmint along with lemongrass can be mixed together into the water, the sugar serum mixture. So half water, half sugar, 2.5 cups of each, all right? And you can use that with your bees in order to work on the hive mites, okay? Now, I'm not a beekeeper, but I've done the research and I talked to beekeepers, but if you want to, you can do your own research on that, okay? So now I'm gonna share my screen again and I wanna show you a list of things that we are going to talk about here for pest protection and pollen attractors. Nod your head. Can everybody see and read that? Can you guys see it? Good. Okay. So this is an incredible list. You could take a screenshot if you like. I'm going to make this available in a document to anyone who wants it later. But it is amazing, these oils and what they can do. So for ants, you're gonna love black pepper, cinnamon, peppermint, spearmint. Remember, you're gonna make sprays with these things, okay? For aphids, you're gonna use, remember, the cedar wood, peppermint, things like that. You're gonna see oils repeating here. For beetles, you're gonna want the oregano, peppermint, thyme, and it goes on. Cockroaches, fleas, gnats, anything that comes up, you can use the oils for. Mice, I have personally used spraying peppermint around. Also for spiders, I've used peppermint. Eucalyptus you can use. So down at the bottom, when you want to attract bees, because we love pollinators, you're going to use basil, helichrysum, lavender, marjoram, rosemary, wild orange. You don't have to use them all, okay? But for butterflies, which we love, 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 fennel, helichrysum, and lavender, okay? So I want to talk to you about just a few recipes here, and I want to show you how we make one. Can everyone see the recipes slide there? Okay, so I have a bottle that I have here that had peppermint oil in it for cooling when it gets hot. So for this class, what I wanted to do is I want to make the first recipe that has On Guard, peppermint, and tea tree in it. So I just added the other stickers. This has got water in it and peppermint oil, okay? So it's a 2-ounce spray container. What you're going to be using for these, doTERRA sells these wonderful 1-ounce spray containers. They are that great plastic that will not deteriorate with the oils. Remember, the oils will degrade plastic, and that's why they're such good cleaners, okay? You don't have to worry about ingesting them. We're not made of plastic, okay? No problem with the oils. So I'm going to be making a double amount in this. So I already have peppermint in this bottle. We add On Guard in. Now, On Guard is our protective blend. This is our cootie killer. This is what we put on the bottom of our feet every day. We diffuse it. This is one of the best things that you can find for antibacterial, antiviral, antifungal, okay? So you would want to take your On Guard and you're going to want to put in, because this is a double, so you're going to want to put in 10 drops and keep it over your container, straighten it up, and there's a little moat around the reducer and it'll catch that last drop. And then what I'm also going to put in here is tea tree melaleuca. They changed the name on our, we used to be melaleuca, which is more of the scientific name, and now they call it tea tree, more of the common name. So on the newer bottles that say tea tree, you will not have the supplemental facts. All of our other bottles of melaleuca always did. I still ingest the tea tree because the FDA just hasn't gotten around to it, but it's up to you, whatever you want. So 10 drops also of this melaleuca tea tree. Straighten it back up. You don't have to turn the bottle upside down, just a 45-degree angle, easy peasy, okay? Take your spray top, put it back on, give it a little gentle shake before you spray it each time, and there you go, garden pest spray. So you're gonna wanna spray this around anywhere around your plants where you're seeing pests. If there's gnats, little flies on there, spiders, the mites, things like that, okay? It will deter them, all right? So this is a great recipe to make. These oils are all, you should have, most of you will have them because they came in your starter package. They're part of our top selling oils, our most popular oils in doTERRA, okay? Sore muscles and after sun, all right? So when you're outside, beside using the deep blue and you have sore muscles, okay? I love to take our Copaiba with lavender and peppermint, okay? My favorite starter kit comes now with the Copaiba and also the adaptive, our calming, anti-anxiety focus blend, okay? I really do get nervous speaking in these videos, but because of adaptive, I am very comfortable, okay? So this is easy peasy to make, and what you can do is you can make this in a roller or a spray bottle. So doTERRA has, let me grab one, wonderful rollers that come in a pack, and there's they're 10 milliliter rollers, okay? This recipe here is made for a smaller 5 mil, it's half the size bottle, okay? So whenever you see that, you can just double it. I love the doTERRA rollers because they have a incredible stainless steel roller ball assembly. So when you're rolling this oil on you, the oil does not go onto the side and outside of the bottle. Instead, it goes back into the bottle, okay? That's very different than this roller bottle assembly where it'll go on the outside of the bottle, okay? So 5 drops each, easy peasy for the smaller 5 ml bottle of Copaiba, lavender, peppermint, and melaleuca. You're gonna wanna either use that 30 ml spray bottle, okay, and spray it on you for after sun or for sore muscles made with water, or make it in a 5 or a 10 ml bottle and use your fractionated coconut oil as your carrier and fill it up. Bees and butterflies. Okay, I love this, all right? When I started with doTERRA, I was told to put out wild orange and lavender around things. I was not told about the rosemary. And it actually does attract the beautiful butterflies. So you want to make a spray bottle with 5 drops each of these. And once again, that's that 1 ounce or 30 ml spray bottle. All right, or you can just put some on cotton and put it around your plants, and the butterflies and bees will be attracted to them, okay? Couple more recipes. I don't know about you guys, but fungal funk is the enemy of anybody who's trying to grow anything. So once again, we're looking at these oils that are some of our top oils. Peppermint, tea tree, oregano, okay? So these are oils that you're going to have readily already in your house. Most likely, that's why I love these recipes. So you're going to put 5 drops each in that same 30 ml spray bottle and shake, because it's with water. Remember, oil and water. So shake, and spray onto the pots or on the dirt where you see the fungal issues happening, okay? Last but not least, I love this repellent blend. So this is 5 drops each of citronella, which, remember, we all love the citronella torch things and all that, but they are kind of gross. It's much better just to diffuse citronella out in your yard, okay? And it really works great. Lemon eucalyptus is also a repellent oil, okay? And also peppermint. So regular eucalyptus also is in there, my bad, okay? So when we're making a cleaning solution here in the house, I take a bottle this big, a 2-cup spray bottle, put some of our On Guard or On Guard cleaner concentrate in, and I put the citronella and the lemon eucalyptus in. So this carries that outside, because inside it will, keep the bugs at bay. So you want to use this recipe outside. You can shake it and you can spray it on yourself. You can spray around doors and windows. This is also great to diffuse, okay? But remember, avoid, when you're spraying oils on you, avoid the eye areas, okay? So let me stop my sharing here for a moment. And so those are some really, really easy recipes that I want you guys to be comfortable making. Remember, with essential oils, it doesn't matter if you have all of the ingredients. You can always get them later, but look up in your books the what the oils are good for, so that you'll know which one will suit your purpose better if you have to substitute or something. So we've talked about everything from sunburn relief to pests and fungus, and that's really my essential oil gardening outdoor kind of a toolbox, all right? So if you already have an account, then you can jump in, and if there's any of the oils that I talked about earlier, like cedar wood or things like that, that you maybe don't have, you can grab those on your next order. We don't have to order all the time in doTERRA, but most of us order monthly, because that's how we save the most money, okay? The other thing is, there are, for those who don't have an account yet, a wholesale account, it's like Sam's and Costco. And what doTERRA does is they have deeply discounted starter packages that you can choose from whichever level you're comfortable with. Not a big deal, okay? The beauty is that what you get is you get access to our community, our education, our Facebook group where we help each other out. You get a goodie bag with a bunch of products from me and 2 customized rollers that I have just loved. One is a hormone balancing roller, and one is for tension and headaches, okay? Love it, love it, love it. In addition to a little reference book and all of that, worth about $25, $30. The other thing that I want to tell you is that organic gardening, healthy gardening, natural, non-chemical pest deterrents for outside are possible, okay? It just takes a little more work, okay? But I've already done a lot of the research for you. So now what you just have to do is plug into what you feel comfortable with. I know that the more we reduce our toxic load, the better we feel. I know I personally feel better since we have no cleaning products other than essential oils in our home. I know that I feel better not using the lawn fertilizers and things like that that we used to use, and all of that. So, and the herbicides and the Roundup and all of that that we used to wholesale spray around. So, I mean, it really does matter what you use in your garden and in your lawn. So we just want to, whether you're going to garden or not, you know, to, to grow your own produce. You know, if you don't, there's an organic gardener that is ready, willing, and able to serve you, I'm sure, close to your neighborhood. So that's what I have.